Awesome. So welcome. Today we're talking about sales and changing and shifting our perspective on them. Welcome, Lori. Thanks for commenting and thanks for letting me know where you're watching from. Let me know what part of the country, the world you're watching from. I love seeing that. So we're talking about sales as, or changing your perspective around sales and seeing that sales is not something to be feared. Sales is not something that you need to worry about and put it is important, but I feel like we kind of like stigmatize it and either like really lean into it or really like avoid them. But it is absolutely crucial, obviously, to your business, but also to the work that you do in your community. So welcome, Karina. Welcome, Carrie. Ooh, Alaska. Awesome. I love watching all of the National Geographic shows that show Alaska. Hopefully I'll make it up there one day. My little brother actually did some work out there a few years ago. He's a geologist, so part of his research had him go up to Alaska and get on a little plane and go into the middle of nowhere for a few days for some research. So yeah, I hope to make it out there myself one day. So welcome. First of all, before we dive into today's topic, my name is Ines McNeil. If you're watching live, you're watching it in the business support group. Yes, thanks, Lori. I love it. I have bigger other priorities right now, but yeah, that's kind of part of the goals, right? As the bigger picture. So my name is Ines McNeil. I'm the founder of the Modern Dog Trainer blog and podcast and everything else that's kind of grown into over the years. So if you're in the group, Business Support by the Modern Dog Trainer, welcome. If this is your first live, welcome. I'm happy to see you. And, I'm always interested in what you guys are working on and what your challenges are so I can better help you. So let me know in the comments here or let me know in the group if you want to post in there. And get lots of really great feedback from everybody. So welcome. So we'll get into it. So first of all, I used to think of sales as like this big scary thing. It was a big deal. It made me nervous. And, it kind of, you think of sales and you think of like the sleazy car salesman that's, trying to get you to spend more money than you want to. And things like that. So it's totally normal to be like wary of sales. It's totally normal to fear sales unless you happen to come from a sales background and you really embrace it. Just know that it's not always something that comes naturally, especially when you stigmatize it. It kind of initially feels like you're like trying to catch them or convince them to sign up for work with you. When you change your perspective, the fears and the thoughts around that really completely go away. And so that's why I wanted to talk about it today. I find that when people are indecisive, when people don't do the work that they need to do, when they don't do the marketing to put themselves out there to generate sales calls, it really comes down to just being fearful or nervous about sales, right? So you're going to be less likely to do the work that it takes to market your business if you're scared of taking sales calls, right? It's going to be a punishment for that, right? If we get into the science of it. So changing your perspective of what you believe about sales and how you see sales can certainly make it a lot easier for you to step up and be more visible in your business and attract more clients. So being happy about sales and doing the sales process can make your whole marketing system easier and much more fun for you as well, right? Awesome. So what I want to talk about today is what changed my perspective, and I wrote down some questions that I hope that you'll kind of take and maybe journal about or think about throughout the day, so that you can start to adopt a different perspective of how you regard sales. The first question is, why is this sale important? Why is sales important in general? and on outside of money. Other than the money that you stand to gain from getting a new client, why is this sale important? What is it going to mean to the dog that you're potentially going to be working with? What is it going to mean to the person that you have now turned into a client of yours? How is it going to impact their life, right? So you're not there to scam people out of, money. You're obviously, if you're in this group, you're absolutely here for good reasons, and you're a trainer for good reasons. It's, you want to help the dog, you want to help the people live, a really, really great life together and get the most enjoyment out of each other as possible, right? So we know you're not in it for bad reasons. We know that you are in it for the good of everybody. And so what is it that the potential client stands to gain by signing up with you, and how are you going to impact their quality of life? The second question I like to ask is, what will happen if they sign up? So it's kind of like a different way to phrase that. What happens if they sign up with you? Are you going to improve their life? Yeah. Are you going to improve the dog's life? Yeah. Are you going to make people happy, make the dog happy? Are you going to almost, a lot of times we kind of play therapist. So I've definitely been in situations where it was kind of like a husband and wife were conflicting with each other over the dog's behavior, or it was a situation where the household was kind of meshing together, and it was a fiance with his dogs and a fiance with her dogs, and they were not getting along. So beyond just, the dogs being happy and having a great quality of life, how are you impacting the human aspect of that and their life together with their dogs? They stand to gain a really, tranquil life together, a really happy life together. They're gonna be able to do activities together. They're not gonna have to get rid of a dog because they don't get along. So there's lots of really, really positive things that happen when somebody signs up with you. And so there's a lot to gain, and there's a reason why we charge money, because you want to be able to serve more and more people. If you're busy with another job and this is something you do on the side, then you don't have as much time to help more people and their dogs, right? So there's a lot to gain for somebody that signs up with you. So take a moment today or this weekend to think about what are all the amazing things that stand to happen when somebody signs up with you. The next question I like to think about is, what are the consequences, or what will happen if they don't sign up with you? That's a little bit more negative and scary to think about, but it's also really important to think about because it's going to help kind of really instigate your motivation and your energy and inspire some action on your end. Obviously, the worst thing that stands to happen if they don't sign up is that they have to either put their dog down, they have to get rid of the dog, they are not able to stay with their family, or they're not able to come together as a family if dogs aren't getting along. They stand to almost have a lesser quality of life because they're not able to take their dog out and about and enjoy life together. They're going to be more stuck at home. How is it going to negatively impact their social life, their family relationships? There's lots of things that can happen if they decide not to sign up for training. And so understanding the impact that it could have if they don't sign up for training will kind of make you a little bit more eager to have that conversation with them and share the value that you give your clients. And then the last question is, what can I do to attract clients that are ready, that are already convinced that they want to work with me in particular? Okay. This is something that I hope will help you spark some motivation, some inspiration to tell your story, because I think the best way to attract people that want to work with you in particular is by sharing your own story and sharing, your perspective on things, really just having that authentic, being yourself person, be yourself online as you are in person, and you're only going to be attracting more and more people that resonate with that. So think about what you can do to attract clients that are already ready. what are the things that you can talk about in your marketing content that really will resonate with somebody that's ready to sign up for training and wants to work with somebody like you. And like that, when you get on the phone for some sort of sales conversation, then you've already done some pre-qualification, right? So somebody, by the time they're talking to you on the phone, they already know that they want to work with you in particular versus just anybody they find off of Google. So there are some things you can do with your marketing to facilitate that and get the right people on the phone so that it's not a conversation of, well, who are you and are you qualified, but am I the right fit for your program because I want to work with you? So you kind of switch that conversation. And before I wrap up here, one thing I talked about was having that sales conversation, and it's not a, like, it is a conversation, right? It's just a discussion between you and somebody else about whether they need the training, about whether their dog needs the services that you're able to offer, about whether they're the right kind of customer for you. So it kind of, when you start to see it as a conversation instead of you talking at them and trying to convince them about something, and just really see it more as a conversation, then it really helps to shift your perspective and make you a little bit more comfortable with that call, right? All right, so if you are looking for more information, I know that we've got lots of new people joining the group these days. Make sure you've not missed my website. It's got lots of really amazing blog articles on running a dog training business, and I even have lots of freebies, free downloads, free templates, and a free ebook for up-and-coming dog trainers that need help with your business. So lots of strategies and tips and insights from my years of experience in the dog training industry. So feel free to check it out. It's themoderndogtrainer.net, and we also have a podcast as well. So lots of really great resources that are available. So don't miss out on those. All right, let me know if you have any questions in the comments about sales, and maybe let me know what you're struggling with around sales, and I will be around to comment and give you guys some extra feedback as well. All right, I'll talk to you guys later. Bye-bye.